Hey guys, welcome back to Day2Day Woodworking. Just a little quick update. I know I haven't been posting much lately, or I've been posting on my Facebook page. If you've been there, just look for Day2Day Woodworking. If you're on Facebook, you're probably seeing the same video and you're already there. Anyway, just wanted to do a quick update. I have been busy through the holidays. I've been working on a 4-piece kitchen set for my kids. There's like a low little, their height type kitchen. It's a refrigerator, a sink, an oven with like a stovetop, a bunch of cabinets that's all built into that, like 4 or 5 drawers into it. It has a Dutch cabinet. So I've been working on that, painted that, did all that for like the last month of December, just in my spare time when I had the time. I've also been working on another project that you can see in the background. We'll get a close up there in a minute. But the latest one that took me about 10 minutes, I worked on a quick shop project because something's been annoying me. That back there, that binder gauge, has been sitting either here in the track or right here. And this is a flip cart, by the way. I don't know if you noticed. There's a planer down there and then my miter saw on top of there. So anytime I need like surface area on this, I can't set anything on there. I've been really bad about that. But it's either here or there. So now what I've done is I've made a little wall mount now to hold it. I have little kids. They're all 2 and 1 year olds, and so this is their height. So what I did was I installed this little block here so they can't pull it out. If you have to physically move it, you can't drag it anywhere, and you have to physically lift it up to get it out. And this is pretty heavy. It's a Incra HD 1000, I believe, and it's fairly heavy. I think it's more than they can lift, so it's pretty safe there. Oh, that's a good note that I wanted to talk about. Safety in the shop, especially if you have kids, especially like if you're in a garage shop like I am, there's the living room door. They come through here a lot, of course with my wife or with me, but they do occasionally come into the garage, and they may not be watched 100% of the time, because we have 2 kids and sometimes we'll run around with them. But it's always wise, and this is just a note, always wise to unplug your tools. Especially if you're in a shop scenario like I am. So what I'll do at the end of the night is I'll just unhook this, from the wall over here. I'll make sure my table saw is unplugged down here. My bandsaw is always unplugged. By the way, this is a decent bandsaw, but I want to get a better one someday, but it's doing pretty good. I'll make sure everything is kind of cleaned up so they can't trip. I'll kind of put everything in the corner here. Make sure that there's an open space for them to walk between the garage door and the going inside the house. Of course, I'll make sure everything over here is unhooked. I'll make sure the only thing I kind of occasionally leave on is my air compressor. To be honest, it scares them more than they'll touch it, but it's really rare that they'll ever even come over here. Other projects I've been working on and that I'm almost finished with, I've been working on a cabinet that goes in our half bath. You'll notice that these are the rails and stiles here, and then I just painted these. These are going to be inserted in the rails and stiles. They're the door fronts, and then that's the shelf that's going to go in. And then I have the cabinet over here. If you'll see there's the cabinet. It's just it's kind of a custom made thing. It's not like a perfectly fit. It's not a standard made cabinet because these are all glued in and nailed in, and I made like a face frame, and this is the perfect height for toilet paper rolls to be inserted in here. So that'll be really nice. My wife's been asking for it, and I've been working on it for a couple of months now because I've had a lot of projects. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have that project. I've been working on the kids project for last December. By the way, my Facebook page has all those updates. I've been doing just picture updates right now because I haven't had time to film. To be honest, I don't have a whole lot of time to film. I'm gonna have to find a way to do it. It's sad because I actually work in the video business and I'm just so darn busy. This is a hobby and I love doing it. I just want to share it with you guys if I can. If you're gonna check it out, Facebook page has updates a lot of times. It's Day 2 Day Woodworker. If you guys want to check that out, I think I have the Instagram. I have to work on that right now, but I have Facebook and YouTube right now. So you'll notice that I have a lot of projects around here. You know, I've been working on the kids project all December. I have my wife's project here that I'm just getting to the finishing point. But I have one other project that I really, really want to finish. And one of them, you'll notice there's conduit running up and there's a box there. And it goes all the way. Anyway, you'll notice that I have some outlets in the back here. I don't know if you noticed over my shoulder. These are just actually boxes right now without outlets in them. I am working on electrical to expand the garage. Right now I have I think two 15 amps and one 20 amp outlet, and one of the 20 amps shares with outside outlets. So like the GFCI will trip and it's shared with a fridge right there. And then I'm like using the garage outlet up there. So I'm working on expanding my electrical needs in here. You'll notice I have a box of supplies here, got some cables and all that, some breakers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna install a panel, and I had to move a cabinet there. I moved a cabinet over there because I had to put a panel here. I didn't have room where I wanted to put it. I really wanted to put it here. And then, by the way, it's an electrical permit. I really wanted to put it here, but I've been informed by an electrician that I've been kind of talking to that you need 36 by 36 inches around your box. So we're gonna put it there. So you have well, we'll clear all that out, but we're gonna put it there. In addition, I went into the house this weekend, and running through this cavity right here is not only plumbing, but also gas. And then I think, because there's a washing machine on the other side of here, there's a stud bay without, I think with a water line or gas line. I can't remember, I have to look again. And then there's electrical in the next one. So I was gonna do a flush mount panel, but now I'm gonna have to do a surface mount, and then I'm just gonna run my cable up from the crawl space, because you'll notice I've already installed that. That's an access panel, and that's where all my electrical will run. My breaker box is like on the other side of that wall right there. So all the power runs there. So we're gonna run a cable through there, go through the crawl space, come out to this wall here, and then go into a externally mounted box. Anyway, I've already run my conduit. I'm waiting to do the last bit from that box all the way across. I don't know if you noticed this, but this is recessed here. So to come down from, let's see if I can get my finger in there, to go from that box all the way over, I either have to hit the recess early and come down to the box, which will end up right here, or I have to come all the way down here, hook, and then go down at, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. The bends are also, there's a couple rules with that. You can't go over 360 degrees in bends. You can't, you can do dog legs, but you don't want to do them too tight because then it's really hard to pull cable. So I'm gonna have to mess around. That's gonna be a 3/4 run because I'm gonna do 5 different circuits in here. One's gonna be dedicated to the dust collector. One's gonna be just an additional one over here just to have. There's gonna be 3 shared between 3 boxes back there. So each box is gonna have 2 different circuits in it. That way, if I plug it in the same box, I'll just use left and right sides, and I'll have a separate circuits. That way I'm never running on the same circuit. And like say I have to run a vacuum and a saw together, I can do that without having to run extension cords. So that's important to me. Anyway, that's the update today, guys. I'm sorry about the couple cuts in there. My phone's side button apparently turns off the recording. Anyway, messy shop actually is much worse, but it's getting better. I'm gonna try to finish electrical this weekend if I can, and then I'll get it inspected and hopefully it'll all work. Anyway, be careful if you ever decide to do electrical. I've done a lot of research, a lot of book reading, a lot of, surprising, YouTube, but I'm very familiar with how everything's done these days. I know a lot of the codes that are required. Just a lot of research is needed, and it takes a lot of work, but it's actually really satisfying to be able to do your own work. So anyway, thanks for watching through me rambling. I hope to bring you some projects soon. I haven't really, I said I was going to bring you some, but that's almost done. My kids' project was done. This project is almost done. I'll figure it out. I will say this, I'm planning to get out of this garage. It's gonna be a while. I don't know if it's gonna be 100% yet. I'm still waiting. Like, I live in a HOA controlled neighborhood, so I've gotten a shed approved, which is funny because it's gonna be the same thing as a garage, but it being called a shed means that it can be detached. It's weird. Anyway, I'm planning that out. It's early in the works. I'm just trying to get approvals, and then I have an easement that I'm gonna like literally encroach like 6 inches on, so I have to go see if I can get a variance. If I can't, then I gotta change my plans around. But anyway, got some plans down the road. I think I'll archive it because or I'll write it, or I'll do entries essentially, kind of keep you guys updated on it. I built a deck about a year ago, and I regret not keeping updates other than pictures. So I'm gonna try to do a bunch of video and keep you guys all informed, and maybe someone will follow in my footsteps. Anyway, good luck. Have a good day. You know, like always, do some woodworking, enjoy yourself, be safe. And remember those notes about the kids. If you got kids, think about power and all that. My kids are just starting to get into things. So anyway, see you guys later.